my workout did not record, so I'm gonna redo it, which is fun. Loving this for me. I'm just kidding. So I'm gonna go through, show you the exercises that I did today. This is gonna be a lower body circuit. So like I said before, I go for reps and then I try to keep that same amount of time. I'll tell you the reps and the sets in the description. So what I'll do is I'll show you how to do the exercises on this video. I'll explain a little bit more. Life's chaotic, you know. I didn't record the first time and that's fine. It just goes to show, you know, you just gotta roll with the punches, and us moms know how to do that. Yay! Alright, so I'm gonna get started. Hopefully it records this time. If not, I'm throwing everything out. Everything's going out the window. Okay, this is my Peach Band resistance band. I have it on medium. There's light, medium, and heavy. I think extra heavy, I lost that. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. Anyway, not sponsored by them or anything like that. I ordered it one day. I liked it. I stuck with it. I haven't tried any other brand. If there's a better brand that you like, go with that. If not, and you're looking for one, I like this. It's up to you. It's not, again, not sponsored, not mandatory. I just like it. I originally got it because of the name. They get me. Good marketing is a good name. Anyway, so we're gonna start our exercises with this. First we're gonna do is a side bend, or not side bend, side step. So we're gonna get this bad boy on awkwardly. And it's gonna be right above your knees. Let me step back. Right above your knees, that's where you're gonna have it. Hang on 1 second. Okay, the house is a mess. Anyway, so what we're gonna do, when I step back, what we're gonna do, shoulder width apart, slight bend. This is gonna make it a little bit harder and it's gonna focus our glutes. If you wanna make it easier, get a lighter band or stand up a little bit more, like that. But if you wanna make it harder, really get into that squat. All right, so what we're gonna do, just gonna step one side and step the next. Step one side, step the next. Step one. So you're really gonna stretch out your leg and do that. So by bending this way, you're really getting into that. I already did this, so my glutes are on fire. So your glutes and your hamstrings and your inner thighs are gonna feel this. Now some people swear up and down that this does nothing. I feel it every time. So it's up to you if you wanna do this or not, or if you wanna be a skeptic. However, get down to that squat, stay down into that squat, and really side step right out of frame. There we go. Oh buddy, that hurts. Okay, the next exercise is a glute kickback. You can do this with or without support. I like to have some support. So find a wall, find a chair, it doesn't matter. So what I do is I slightly lean forward. I just feel like it gives you a little more oomph. Slightly lean forward, and then all you're gonna do is kick straight back. What you're gonna do is you're gonna feel that in your glute and your hamstring a little bit. You don't wanna kick out to the side too much because you're just gonna hit a different muscle that way. So all you're gonna do is kick straight back until you feel that resistance, until you feel that part engage. Let me show you another leg. Boom, kick back. You're gonna try to keep everything level. Just and again, it's gonna hit your glutes and hamstrings. Do you see a theme with this? There's a theme. Glutes and hamstrings. All right, I'm just gonna keep on doing that, just like that. Now, you can do it nice and slow. Keep that muscle under tension for longer. Sorry, I already did this, so I'm out of breath. Okay, so you go, do it slow, keep that muscle under retention a little bit longer. You're really gonna build up that muscle that way. Or you can do it fast and fatigue that muscle and really get the endurance going in that. It depends on your goal. If you don't really have a goal right now, or your goal is just to lose weight, do whichever one feels right. I would suggest a beginner should do it slow, keep the muscle under tension, and then when you get more comfortable with the exercises and the techniques, then you can speed it up and you can mess with tempo and switch it up that way. You can do it without holding on to something, and that makes it a little bit harder because I feel like you really got to engage your core that way. And I'm all for engaging core naturally right now. That's why there's no core exercises on my exercises, because when you're standing up, when you're doing these exercises, you should be engaging your core. What does that mean? Basically pretend like you're bracing to be punched in the stomach constantly. I know that sounds dramatic, but it works Keeps my core nice and strong, and then keeps me stable enough to do my exercises, which is nice. All right, so that was that one. Next, we're moving on to the dumbbell. Okay, I only have one dumbbell right now, and it's the Bowflex. If you like it, cool. If you don't, also cool. I don't really care. All right, so today we're gonna do, we're gonna work with the dumbbell. We're gonna work with this in front of us. Now, why is that important? Because I'm putting most of the weight on my quads right now, so this is actually gonna work my quads a little bit. I know, crazy. So what we're gonna do, nice neutral stance, so we're gonna be shoulder width apart almost, feet pointed forward, and then all we're gonna do is bend our knees, bend the knees. Sorry, I have a knee injury, so it kind of hurts. All right, so you're gonna bend the knees, try to keep your back straight as possible, and go down and come up. If you don't break 90, that's okay at first. Do what you feel comfortable doing. No, go right ahead, these guys. I'm not recording. All right, you're just gonna bend. When you look down, you want to see the toes. So you come up. Ready? 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, and bend. What you're also trying not to do, what you don't want to do is you don't want your knees to come in like this, and you don't want your knees to go out like that. All right? If it happens, but that's what we're trying to avoid. Just go up and down, up and down. I'm tired already. All right, so that's our first dumbbell exercise. Just a simple squat, super simple exercise, but effective. All right, next exercise, we're going back to the basics of doing our glutes and hamstrings. This is just a straight leg deadlift. However, what I'm gonna do is narrow my stance a little bit. My feet are gonna be a little bit closer together. And then I'm gonna have a slight bend in my knees. I know I said straight leg. I know that sounds contradicting, but I'm just calling it what I call it. Anyway, so I'm gonna have a slight bend in my knees. Why? Because I'm gonna kick out my hips first and bend down. What that does is work my glutes and hamstrings more than it does my lower back, because that's what we're focusing on today. So we're gonna kick out. You have no idea what I'm talking about. Okay. We're gonna kick out our hips. So like the bend and snap. So kick our hips, bend down, and come back up. You wanna keep your shoulders nice and straight. Think of the weight straight line, just like you would a squat. When you go down, it's gonna be a straight line with the weight. This weight's gonna be straight up and down too. So bend, go down, come back up. Now if I wanted to work my lower back mostly, what I would do is just go straight down. I wouldn't hinge out my hips first, I would just go whoop. So if that's what you want to do, you want to work your lower back today, then that's how you do that. But if you feel like your hamstrings and your glutes need a little bit more, which mine do, we're going to bend our knees slightly, kick out our hips like we're trying to get attention, and go down and come up. And again, you can mess with weight, you can mess with tempo to make this a little bit harder, a little bit easier. Again, I would recommend that beginners just take it nice and slow. Make sure you get the technique right, make sure you fill it in the correct muscles, and get that going. So that's all we're gonna do. Just and one more. I hear you, Annie. I hear you, girl. All right, so we have another exercise. This is the Sumo squat. Why did I forget that? Okay. All right, Sumo squat, we're gonna have a real wide stance. This is gonna be further than our shoulders or as comfortable as we feel going. I don't feel that comfortable going that far right now because again, this knee hurts. And I just don't feel like risking it for the biscuit. All right, so real wide stance, toes pointed slightly out just so I can keep my stance. And what we're gonna do is bend the knees again. Try to keep your knees behind your toes. Woo. And don't lean forward like I just did. And keep your back nice and straight. And engage that core, act like someone's gonna punch you in the stomach. All right, we're gonna go down and come back up. Woo. Now, what you don't wanna do is overextend. What does that mean? And don't go like this at the top of anything that you do today. You want nice and neutral, just stand up. So this, and then come right back up. Doing this does not engage anything extra. It doesn't make you do anything besides put your back in a bad position. So say you decide to get froggy and do heavier weights. When you do an overextend like that, you're gonna hurt yourself eventually. You may not hurt yourself the first, second, third time, but eventually you're gonna really hurt your back. and we need to keep our back, okay? All right, and we're in the business of hitting our back, so. Figure it out. Wide stance, down and up. And as you can see, since my knee hurts, it's going in the wrong way. Because I want my knees to go forward, and my knee is moving all around, kicking out a little bit, which is not good. And then come back up. That's a sumo squat. Whoop! I did the wrong. See, I'm leaning forward. You don't want to lean forward. You want to push back, and then come back up. Alright, last but not least, we're going to do calf rise. Yay. Alright, calf rise. You can hold this wherever the hell you want to. I don't really care. I'm holding it here just because it feels right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to back up so you can see all of this in its glory. Okay. What we're going to do, go on tiptoes. That's it. Seems simple, right? Yeah. Do this for a few minutes and tell me how simple it is. Now, if you want to make it harder, if you can find something to stand on and have your heels hang over the edge and have your heels go further, that's going to make it a little bit harder. But a lot of people skip calves, and I don't know if they're scared of making them grow or what. The calves are important. Please work your calves. But that is all the exercises I have for lower today. Alright, so as I said, I'm going to have the reps, maybe on screen, hopefully. I'm going to have the reps though in the description and the set. What you're going to do is you're going to go through each exercise without rest, and then at the end you're going to rest for 30 to 45 seconds, and then you're going to go into the next set. You're going to do that 5 times. See, I gave it away. So it's not only in the description, it's in the video too. Okay, so a little bit about myself at the end of the video. What I'm planning on doing is I'm using YouTube as an educational, show you how to do the exercises, explain the exercises, explain how you make it easier and harder. My Instagram and Facebook will have the reels, and that's just, hey, this is a workout, follow it. Right now I'm only doing circuit style because that's my goal and that's my time frame. I have 3 small children, a newborn, a 2-year-old, and a 3-year-old. So finding time can be difficult, but these 20-minute workouts actually work very well for me, and since I'm working with such light weight, if I had to come inside and do an exercise, I could do them with my kids around. It makes it a little bit longer and a little more challenging, but it's doable. So that's why I do this. I know as moms, it's a little bit harder for us to get through our exercises. Anyone, of course, can do my exercises, but my main goal is to help moms out right now. I'm in my mom era, and I feel, a little bit of a calling to help other moms in their mom eras. I used to be a personal trainer before my kids. I was working on doing a bodybuilding competition before my first son. I finally lost all my weight, and I got pregnant. But that's kind of my background. I want to get back into health. If you're on my page, you're kind of doing that too, where you're trying to look for your health, and I feel like it's very important for us mothers to take care of ourselves too within our time frame. I know we keep on hearing we can't pour from an empty cup, and we can, and we do, but I want to show you that there is a way to kind of fit into the cracks where we need to. Again, I have 3 kids. I know how chaotic it can be. Some days get to breakfast or dinner and you order out or something like that. I just want to help you guys maybe think about the health benefits of like certain items or something like that. And if you happen to eat out and it's total crap one day, it's a day. It's not gonna set you back completely. What you eat in that day is not gonna show up on the scale the next day, kinda. It's not permanent. It's not like it's gonna unravel everything that you've done. We're looking at overall health and not just scale anymore. If you miss a workout, that's not a huge deal. Again, we're looking at health. I'm in my 30s. I have 3 kids. I'm not looking to have that 6-pack or, be super thin right now. All I'm looking to do is improve my health, to make sure I'm here longer for my kids, and of course setting a good example for my kids. So eventually I'll get videos of recipes up, something hopefully that you find super simple and full of nutrients, and then get more workout videos up to show you guys, hey, if I can do it with 3 kids under the age of 4, I think anyone can do it. Because it's not easy to get that in, but I find a way to make it work and roll with the punches. I've been up since 4 a.m. My children were up at 4 a.m. today. Everything went wrong, and I still found time to get this done. And this isn't lecturing you of, oh, you're lazy because I did this and you did it. I'm just telling you, it is doable if you just set your mind to it. Like, you can't go into this with a negative mindset of, oh, well, this is too hard. You can't do this. You can't do that. I've caught myself in that so many times, and you know, you dig your hole and get in there. But if you change it, like, okay, like, I woke up at 4 a.m. I accidentally took a 10-minute nap. My kids got into everything, destroyed everything. I started my day at rock bottom. It can't get much worse, and if it does get much worse, I'm already in the shits. So, whoop-de-doo if it does get worse. And that's how you kind of learn to live your life. So I'm trying to make my day better by doing things that I like doing. And hopefully this helps other people. And like I said, my main goal is to help mothers out, but also this is going to help me stay accountable, stay on top of this. Because I noticed when I was doing personal training, me helping other people and, you know, seeing their changes, seeing their progress, it made me want to be better too. And it just made me feel good to know that I was part of that little piece of the journey, a little piece of happiness, you know, getting a little bit of your life back and changing a little bit. I know that sounds like kind of shallow, but it doesn't matter. They're some of my people's victories I still think about, and it, you know, it really makes me feel like I'm doing something that I'm supposed to be doing. It makes me feel better. So I'm hoping to get back into that, where even though I'm mostly virtual, I'm hoping just to reach out to someone and really help them, like really help them get to where they want to be, get to their goals, maybe get a little more energy, get a little more strength. Sorry, my kid, I think she just pooped her pants. And she just learned on a raspberry. Great. But my goal is, I just want to help someone feel better, get a little more strength back. You know, we got kids to carry all day, so I'm just hoping to help out a little bit, be a little piece of your journey, and, you know, use what you can, get rid of what you can't. That's my parenting style too. Use whatever advice I have, throw away what doesn't work. It's not going to offend me. If fitness isn't part of your mom journey right now, that's fine. It's not going to hurt my feelings. I'm not going to lecture you. I'm not going to act like you're a bad parent. It's just not your journey, and that's fine. And if you're not a parent and you're following me and you're like, oh God, like, this is supposed to be for like postpartum, it's not. I'm starting at bare minimum beginner. So if you're here, you're not a mom or a dad or anything like that, you're in the right place too. This is beginners. Progressively I'll make my workouts harder as I get back into shape too. So we're really growing together is my hope. Make sure to follow my Instagram or my Facebook page. I think it's on my YouTube. I don't know. I don't know how to use technology. I'm just using words right now. Follow me, leave a comment, ask questions. It's not going to offend me. Just let me know how I can help, and I'll try my best to help you guys out. So I'll try to get more videos up. I got a little more of a setup, this tripod thingy that I don't know how to use either, but we're moving, we're working. If you want me to do more videos of explaining things, explaining exercises, giving a little more background, I'll be happy to do that. What are my goals? What are your goals? Excuse me. And maybe do some live, I don't know. It depends on how this takes off. But my child is staring at me weirdly, so I'm gonna go take care of that. Have fun. Remember, fitness isn't a chore. Please stop looking at me like you're shitting yourself. Fitness isn't a chore, it's a choice. Eventually, you're not even gonna notice that you're doing these extra things anymore. Like, at first it may seem really hard and overwhelming. You just gotta gradually work through that, and then eventually this is gonna be second nature. I remember it was second nature after my first 2 kids and adding my third. I'm having a little bit trouble bouncing back, but we will get there. We will get there. All right, I'm gonna go take care of my kids now. Have fun, guys. See ya.